out in April.
Kind of puts it into perspective there for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, how did we all miss it? Even I missed it.
Like, what else were they doing?
Welcome to the world we live in.
Isn't that the truth? And welcome everybody to the live stream. Welcome back again.
I guess they don't want me to see the live stream because it's not on
I'm
the
here,
channel.
I think. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. There we go.
Oh,
I
there we are.
gotta make the window a little smaller.
Popping out the chat. Live
No,
chat.
yes,
Where
I
is
understand
everybody?
that. Okay, I think I need to close that window and open up another one because for whatever my little chat's not here.
Well, there's no one. It's not even sure. Oh, there's the people. They're coming now.
Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Let's try it again.
Zoodad, check
Do I have
your
it?
email. Zoodad, check your email.
There we go. There's my chat. Maybe sometimes the windows just don't work. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm good now.
We are definitely live.
I love our technical difficulties. What's up, everybody? Oh, we got a whole slew of people up in here. What up? What up? Pop us. Let's pop the chat out. Got
Popping.
it. Got it. Got it. I hope everybody's having a good day, good week so far. Gonna get ready for some explosions of the the birds. Hello, hello, yo. Skidoo, what up, everybody? Mad Dog Tannen. Nobody calls me Mad Dog. What up, BP? Oh, I just put my new air freshener in, the red one today, and I thought of you. Um, so, so we're talking 6.7s, and this is going to be across the board here, for
Yeah,
vehicles.
everything.
Coming for 2027, boys. You just wait. I saw some stuff for the diesel world, and we are getting snuffed out, is basically what's going to happen for all new ones coming on the road. And if anybody is considering getting a new one, I don't know if I would. I mean, I love the product. I own one myself, but I just, I don't, I don't know. Looking at the 27 requirements, I don't think the HO is gonna be staying around for very long. King Ranch, I have a star next to your email, and I've been meaning to email you back, but yes, they do look nice. Um, Cheddar DS, I don't know what Cheddar DS is doing. Pretending it's snowing.
He's around
Um,
somewhere. He's been messaging us.
yes, yes, yes. Ray be here in a little while, I think. Yeah, California is going to require emissions testing 4 times a year. That is just crazy.
Wow.
Um, let's go. You guys can go to the EPA.gov regulations. It's already been published, and get this, it came out in April. I don't know where we were, but we
Here,
we
I'll put it
missed
in the
that.
chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Let's see here. We want to click on, what was the one I was reading earlier for light diesel? Oh, here it is. Proposed multi-pollutant emission standards for model years 27 and later, light duty and medium duty vehicles. Come on. Come on. There we go. Converting to PDF. Um, the the things, plural, that they are going to have to add on to these trucks, I will we'll touch this in a little bit here, but kind of speed up really quick. They are taking the heat from the exhaust now and are going to be using that to do something to heat up the engine faster than it is, because it needs to be up to operating temperatures fast so that we don't have any pollutants and NOx emissions coming out the tailpipe. We need that heat. Okay, so yeah, Cody just posted this link right here. If you guys looked at the 23s right now, where the DEF injector is located, and now an actual fuel injector. They are injecting raw diesel fuel into the exhaust. If you guys remember, we had talked about this in some live streams before. Even in the video I did talking about the 23s when they first came out, I was laying underneath it, and we no longer having what they called post injection, which was a little bit extra diesel fuel shot on the end of the exhaust stroke, and essentially this raw fuel would be going into the exhaust stream, into the DPF, and getting the fire started, so to speak. So now, instead of doing that through the engine, they actually have a dedicated little fuel line that's running across the transmission cross member, with push pins, kind of almost like the Transit 3.2. You know how the Transit's got that little fuel vaporizer, and it's got a little fuel pump that puts fuel into what would that, Cody, be like, right into the DPF?
Pretty
Like
much.
right into the
Right in the
DPF
front of it.
stream.
I would say it's more like a Duramax because I mean it's literally the same setup.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Kind of strange though that let's see, let me go to that screenshot that I had earlier. Where is it? Emissions for the 6.7, 27. One of the things for gasolines, and this isn't going to be yes, Vias, you're correct. We need a DEF party. No, we need a freaking brake clean party. Brake clean. I need brake clean coming out my butt. Brake clean for days. We're going through it like water. I'm chucking them in the trash faster than Rain Man Ray can produce them. There is going to be a gasoline particulate filter, a GPF. So yeah, he just said, took the words right out of my mouth. He just typed it in there, Vias. That's going to be a whole nother avenue that these things are going to be going through, because not just the diesel's going to have these. They're putting them on our GD gassers.
They've been putting on them since 17 in Europe.
Some of my stuff is blurry here.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. You think you got DEF problems right now with your 23? Just wait. It's gonna get worse.
The biggest thing that I've heard, besides the fit and finish and the other slew of problems that should have been caught at end of line, is these new 23s just drink death. And from what we're reading, we're kind of connecting the dots. These newer ones are just, they're going to have,
I mean, they put it right in the owner's manual.
Yeah.
They put it right in the owner's manual. 23 is how much DEF they're going to use.
Gasoline particulate filters aren't going to use DEF. No, we don't have the oxides of nitrogen being produced where we're going to have to use DEF to break that chemical reaction down.
I explain it like it's the '08 to 2010 emissions level for diesels.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. More DEF, less EGR. I could see that. But most have banned DEF. That's funny.
DEF is horrible.
Heated SCR also. Yep, there it is right there. Possibly electric heated as they don't function properly without enough heat. That brings in conjunction with like the Ventec LHG that I just installed, although that is for warming the engine up. But the purpose of getting the engine up to operating temperature is for it to meet emissions faster. The faster you get the heat generated throughout the engine, which is in turn, you can't have heat in the exhaust without having heat in the engine. So the faster you get the engine up, the faster you get the exhaust up, the faster you'll be having everything check in. What up, Matt? Saw New Jersey going the Cali route. 50% of all vehicles sold have to be EV by 2027. Ugh. Wow.
Well, we can already see that they're only 6% of sales right now, and that's only up
Double
3%.
double SCR. Yep. Mm-mm-mm. That's uh that's gonna be crazy. Funny that Europe has GPFs. Yeah. A-Rod, I can fill you in on 100% DEF function on a 17 PSD. Fill us in. Evening, Commander. What up, guys? Mm-hmm. Happy Thanksgiving. Aaron, do you actually like support what they are doing for diesels? Um, yes and no. I'd love the technology. So people say, they want their 7.3s and their OBSs. I get it. I get it. If you gave me a 7.3 or a 6.0, I'd probably want the 6.0. I mean, I grew up on the 6.0. I'm done with the dinosaur. I like I know the 6.7 like the back of my hand. I love the 6.7. What up, Fluffy? Um, do I like what they're doing? If they weren't making it stricter, we would not have the 6.7. The 6.0 and 6.4 did not meet the emission requirements, and thus they had to make a new engine that would meet da 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 da. Da. So here we are. So it's funny that they can have the same engine base, but they're just tweaking everything else to make it meet emissions. So they got something good. They got a good foundation. They're gonna kill what they have because of what they're gonna be forced to do. And in order for them to keep evolving with the times and the standards, they're going to be forced to add all this extra BS onto this engine, and it's going to kill itself. It really is. So how far more are we going to go with the diesels where we're going to put on all this heater and this double double SCRs and triple DPFs, and we got, you could put your mouth over the tailpipe and breathe in and not have to worry about emissions coming out of your diesel, pickup.
I
Um,
mean, on the 650, 750s, they're actually running warmed DEF line and DEF heaters
mm,
through the coolant.
mm. It's uh, it's kind of we're not going to have any control, and that's why I was kind of talking about the short today. A lot of problems. I find that a lot of you guys are reaching out to me more than I was at the dealer about these 23s. Was it because of the time and now more of them are on the road? But there's a lot of guys that are not happy with these 2023s. And hearing what I am hearing now about what's to come, you ain't getting me in a new truck. And I wouldn't want to be wasting my money with it because of what the industry is being forced to do. And I love talking about the product and helping everybody, keep these on the road. This is the best platform that anybody who wants a work truck should have. It's just we're we're the vehicle line is being forced to do something that it wasn't really intended to do. This engine wasn't built to have triple SCRs and a fuel being injected into the exhaust stream. That's
It's all
the
add-on.
yeah, the regulations are making it like this. And that is why the 6.0 didn't last. The 6.0 was hanging on by its chinny chin, and it stayed in the 6.0 until 2010. Now, '08, '09, and 2010 were all 6.4, but to get a 6.0 in an Econoline, that was the holiest grails of all 6.0s. And it just could, well, they didn't make the Econoline no more. Well, they did, but they axed the 6.0, and you weren't putting a 6.4 in there or a 6.7. So, you know, the fact that the 6.7 has been around as long as it has and is still meeting, still performing um, to liking with all this stuff added on, I feel, what did Coach say in asset for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. This stuff isn't going to live to the expectancy that we want it to be. When you
And
see these, what
with
you
the
say?
networks and with the
Oh,
networks that we have, there's no way you're getting rid of it. Sorry.
mm.
It's
I just
just not.
can't get over that these brand new trucks are only, good for 5.5, 6 years of life.
That's crazy.
Some of these guys are taking out loans for 5, 6, 7 years. You mean to tell me it's not even worth what I paid for it? I mean, that's a little that's a little I am not gonna go buy a Ram or a freaking Duramax because I heard that. Like
What's
Jiminy
funny is
Crickets, man.
we're talking about 6.7s and how they're problems, but you should see the EV side of things right now. How
Mm,
many people are not happy with their range because that's not what the sticker says right now. And they're gonna be in about they're gonna get over it, and in about another 7 or 8 months, they're gonna start complaining about EV range again because it's gonna be too hot. It's
mm-hmm.
too cold. My EV range is gone. Now it's too hot. My EV range is gone. It's not what the sticker says. And I've seen it on Escapes. The biggest one is the Escape hybrids. People are pissed that they're not getting their 90-mile EV range or 90-kilometer EV range or whatever it is. Well, sorry, that's an estimate, and it's probably because of the cold weather you live in Canada. You probably shouldn't buy an EV.
I don't think that's a good environment for one.
Only place that EV will live a happy life is like San Francisco, where it's 75 degrees all the time.
Correct.
Outside of that area, south or north, you're pretty much SOL. And you're not going to get what the sticker says, period.
6.0 is better. I own a 6.0 and 7.3 Excursion. Ooh. And love my 6.0 more. But I like the Excursion. So I probably would take the 7.3. I just saw a pimp ass one today, man. Them Excursions are nice.
Lucky my OBS and my Volkswagen.
Make
Old
excursions
prototype tune. I
again.
ran for 2.570. No EGR. Yeah, system already but thirsty. How's the 1.5? How's the 1.5s? I don't know. Do the
Which
1.5s
one
eat coolant
five?
in
Which
the
one five?
escapes? In
There's two
escape?
1.5s. There's the 4 or the 3.
Sorry, King Ranch. That's above my pay grade.
Right now, the 1.5 3 cylinders are having cylinder head problems, and the old ones eat coolant.
Glad I got a 22. We were talking in the comments and in another video. That's right, Cliff Notes. I think my cutoff would be 21. 22s were a hybrid between 23 and what's about to come. Like CP was just talking about these networks that we have in these trucks now. some of the higher trim level vehicles are actually going to have, well, not going to have, they have Ethernet um, connections under the dash next to the data link connector for the different um, HS3 and what was the new one?
Tron
And
is through Tron
it,
is through the whole thing. Tron is a whole network
it's
itself.
freaking crazy. I feel bad for these guys that are going to try to go
Sharing
buy their
on.
little um, go buy their little handheld scanner to pull a code or anything, and it's gonna be like, I'm sorry, access denied. Please try again.
Like this, if I can share, this is the one that I'm worried about the most because
Happy horsepower.
this is gonna stop
Mm,
this is gonna stop most of the handhelds in my opinion.
I agree. Unless the
Because you're
handhelds are gonna come out with this new serial
yeah,
ID.
it's gonna have to be able to connect itself to the network. It's gonna have to have terminating resistors in it, like the
Hmm.
VCMs do.
Some of you
So I mean,
guys might not understand what um what we're looking at right now, but that this yellow box that CP's got up, that's actually where we plug in to the truck, like the data link connector. That is our gateway module. And from that gateway, it's the gateway to the network to the whole truck. We can access, I'll see the modules right there. We got the ABS, the body control module, the powertrain control module. That's on one CAN communication circuit. Then we have the Telmax control unit. That's on CAN 2. That's just on it separate. That's like taking everything for forward pass and doing all the vehicle health reports. That's all broadcasted over the network through the TCU network, as in satellite network, telecommunications, not the network in a truck. Um, and what really sucks is that the Tron is going to have this set of security keys. And each time you go into when a module goes into another module, you gotta, put the key in the door, hit the combination, turn the key, turn the handle, and open the door. That has to be done with each module and the scan tool each time you go into the door, where we didn't have to do that before. So now these authentication keys, each time you open that door, it gets sent to the cloud and says, hey, we just went in and opened up the PCM and moved around the furniture in a different configuration, opened up a beer and took a crap, and then shut the door and locked it, and then went on to the next module. This is going to suck. Um,
yeah, and
just,
when you replace them, you've got to connect to Ford server to get the correct authentication key.
mm-hmm. And that's only going to be done with FDRs. You're not doing that with no snap-on modus or launch scan tool.
Yeah, and here's all the
Mm-mm.
modules that are going to require it. It's skin not hand in my opinion, but
This was 23.
yeah,
22 was introducing very small tidbits of this into the vehicle line. And then when 23 came out, we were ready and rocking and rolling, and we got Tron up and da 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 da.
yeah, and here's the next big problem with the new cars.
I think I'm gonna go and talk to some of these electric car owners that I see out in public and ask them three questions. One, why did you get this car? Two, what are your expectations? And three, do you regret anything? Because I have a feeling that they are. And
So here's the next thing. The modules that are able to be over the air updated.
yes,
Look at
yes, 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 yes,
look
yes,
at
yes, yes, yes,
all the
yes.
yeses in there.
Yes, 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 yes. That's
So
not good.
you could, if you find a way to get past Tron, theoretically, one morning you could have the dirty D, the next morning you couldn't.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, there's an over-the-air update last night that Ford pushed. Oh, you got a Christmas tree on your dash now.
Talked to a service advisor today, asked me to hold off on getting my 4x4 fixed. Said an engineer team was up and it's a known issue. Auto in-op manual lock works. Can anybody confirm? I don't know if that service advisor knows what he's talking about because I can't say that there's a known issue for 4x4 on a Super Duty. Encrypted gateway.
Oh,
Jesse, kind of a touchy subject. Some some are I don't know, some are bad, some are good. I don't know. It seems like a lot of guys that have the that have the work trucks, the CDF drum, just like two comments down. Um, a lot of the work trucks I see come in will have this problem right here. There was a extended coverage for the CDF drum, and it'll wind up allowing fluid to flow through two passages when it's not supposed to, keeping multiple gears applied. So some some exhibit it, some don't. Seems like the big three. Try to go the John Deere route, saying you can't do your own maintenance. That's exactly what it's going to come to. We're not going to have right to repair. We're not going to be able to do any of that.
yep.
The days of working on your truck on the weekend, you ain't going to be doing nothing except put air in the tires and fill
I
washer
mean,
fluid up.
if you really think about it, it stopped with the 6.4.
What do you
It
mean?
really started stopping with the 6.4
Oh,
because you
yeah.
you really would have to know what you're looking at with the scan tool. You're gonna start throwing parts at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a 6.0 or 7.3 where it's like half mechanical and half electrical, and you can figure it out. 6.4 is when it started to change.
Zerk says, what the this would be similar to Pat's waiting, the 15 minutes wait time. No, this has nothing to do with Pat's. This is security keys exchange when you're going in and out of modules. Yeah, dealer only Tron. The next version will be Skynet. No, Matt the Rat. Skynet's already here, brother.
Skynet is real.
Skynet's real.
I came in at the perfect tinfoil hat moment. What's going on?
Oh, check this out. So I just found something out. Oh no, the guys uh remember when we work on the Safari and I told you dudes were mad that we didn't say that you were going to be there? Well, I
Yeah,
just seen him
right.
today and he just had an epiphany. He comes walking in with his scan tool and the end of it, and he's looking at it. He's like, he hits this button and this light turned on. You mean to tell me this whole time I didn't know this had a light? I'm like, how'd you find out? I was watching Ray's video. I'm like,
No
no way,
way.
bro. That's so funny. Oh, he was fucking, he couldn't believe it. I've been
Dude,
using my cell
that light,
phone this
you know
whole
what?
time.
That light is like a stupid idea at first until you go, wait, I have this. And you're looking around
Yeah,
for a connector
yeah.
and you turn it on, you're going, oh, it's easy. I've got a little flashlight on a power cord. Beautiful.
I thought that was funny.
That's cool, man. Thanks
Yeah,
for letting me know that. That's a
he
cool
was
story.
digging that. I got a 2020 Transit. I'm sorry. And the AC and heating
Hmm.
controls are not working. The controls don't even light up. Any ideas? I bet you that you need an HVAC module. Damn it, boy racing. Um, my coworker had to do one. I had to do one. It's the whole thing right below the radio. The whole dash stuff has to come off. And guess what? Because that's an HVAC module, guess what you're gonna need to do? You
Program
guessed
it.
it. You're going to need a FDRs because that sucker is going to have to be programmed. I'm sorry to rain on your parade. What's another one? I'm so glad I tuned in out of the loop on this. Yeah, it's something we're all going to have to adjust to, especially the independents and having, there's some of these trucks, these 23s already got over 100,000 miles on it. these hot shotter dudes. So some of these are not going to the dealer, and these independents are going to have to start picking up. Going to have to get FDRs.
Yeah, FDRs and IDS, they're gonna have to have everything.
Hey Matt, with the smelly AC, go to the channel and type in AC. I just recently made a video, probably about 4 or 5 months ago, in the middle of the summer here, where I corrected this smelling problem on a truck where we used a BG solvent cleaner. It worked really well. I'd invite you to check that out. I heard you had to remove the engine to reseal the upper oil pan on a 2020. That is true.
Yes, it is.
However, my coworker had told me that he knew people that were taking the trans out and skyjacking the engine because they couldn't get the oil pan low enough because the oil pump hangs down in the oil pan, so you can't just slide it back like you're used to. But I had to replace an oil pump, so I lifted the cab and jacked the engine. I left everything connected, just jacked the engine and trans out of the chassis and took the upper oil pan out that way to get to the oil pump gear. But essentially, you could do that instead of having to pull the whole motor out. But yes, you have to do that. Sucks, but yeah.
I would just lift it out. I mean, you're gonna take the cab off anyways. Might as well just do it right.
Yeah. I want to know when we can spec the A-Rod custom built Thummins. Yeah.
You might see that out of me before Aaron.
Hey. Cliff notes. Philman's here. What? What's up, dude? How are you, man? I hope you've been well. I haven't talked to you in a minute. Adrenocide. What up? Holy, that's right. I just put two and two together. I know him as FLMAS, not Brad. That's funny. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Can't
What up,
wait to do.
folks?
I can't wait to do this timing belt. See what everyone's complaining about on this F-150.
We talked bad about the EVs, but you did like that bike.
Yeah, that bike was pretty sweet.
See,
I
that's
have
more of a
force cam,
hybrid.
but not
That's more of a
FDRs.
hybrid than an EV.
What does Forge charge an independent for FDRS? Does it make it prohibitive for independent because of cost?
It's like
So
900 a year.
yeah, the subscription is 900 a year. I mean, I guess you could try to find a VCM2, other avenues, a genuine one, but the only thing you're really going to find right now is a VCM3.
Or
And
VCMM.
those are like, what's a VCM3? Like
1600.
1600, yeah, 1600 bucks. And then a computer. So, I mean, you'd be like under 3 grand for FDRS is only for 2020 and up.
One of these guys?
Yeah, one of those. Um, um, I would get it if you're working on independent and all you're doing is Fords and you got newer trucks coming in. You're going to be forced to have FDRS, and if you have FDRS, that's going to allow you to have IDS. So you'll be able to run both softwares, both programs under one license. So you'll be able to do 20 to frickin' 96 Ford vehicles. It's not any make or model.
94 and a half if it's programmed right. With the 7.3.
I don't know what you're talking about, Anthony. I have a mic, but no camera right now. Any chance of getting on? I will be nice, and I know how to behave during live streams. Either way, let me know. Yeah, we'll have to get you on here one night, bro. Why don't you email me? We do a pre-show and an after party. The BG stuff
You're
didn't
an
fix it, huh?
Not that I'm an idiot. I
Oh.
I said you're an after party.
My bootleg VCM2 IDS can still get into a 2023 Maverick. What? Okay. I have IDS, but my VCM died. Womp womp, and I didn't find the cost worth it anymore. Oh, we miss Bill Hewitt. Yeah, a big shout out to Mikey over there at PowerStrokeHelp.com. He's taken Bill's reins and continuing forward. He made a couple minute video talking about the shop and to contact them, if they got a truck to get it serviced. They're in the Beaufort, Georgia area. If you guys have ever heard of PowerStrokeHelp.com, Bill Hewitt was a big staple in getting the 6.0s and the 7.3s, really dialed in and taken care of. And I got an opportunity to actually work on a truck that he had worked on, just needed an injector, but it wasn't anything that was a result of what he did. But first truck I ever saw from his establishment, everything was phenomenally put back together for having the cab off and engine disassembled. I'm very picky with how things are ran and clipped in, and everything was clipped. I mean, the clips had broke. They put new clips on and clipped it onto the studs that they were on. I'm like, that clip's not right. They changed it. It looked really good. It passed my approval. So big shout out to him. I let him know in the comments, brother, if you ever need any help, you need to bounce ideas off or something, and we're here for you. If you need anything, holler. I also have Damn It Boy Racing. He's got 21 F550 that lunges when sitting still after stopping. Feels like somebody hit you in the rear. What I would probably do, so here we are where we're going to need FDRS. So a customer like this comes in and complains. I would be making sure his PCM and his TCM are up to date. It's going to do a coordinated flash with these new trucks. If you select PCM, it's going to do everything that has to do with emissions. It's going to do the PCM, the TCM. It might do the PM sensor. It's going to do the glow plug module if there's an update for it, and maybe one or both of the knock sensors. So I'd update that truck, clear the cam in the TCM, and clear the TCM's adaptive learn values. And I would take that boy out and put a good 50 miles on it, just normal driving, just, bomb, not, hammer down. And then hopefully that takes care of it. I don't know what the mileage is, but they had some accelerated break-in control procedure that was like for vehicles that had, I don't know, under 7,000 miles on it or something. So if you got over that, then I'm sure your valve body is worn in where that's not gonna do anything. So yes, the VCM2 works for Forescan. I use it all the time. I love it. Then I didn't have to buy that little dongle.
So does VCM3 and VCMM.
Oh, what do you think of the high pressure fuel test on IDS? I love it. I recently used it to fix an intermittent failing high pressure fuel pump. It ran good unloaded, only acted up heavily loaded. Very good, Jesse. That's a really good test. I like that it gives you 5 commanded pressures, and then it'll have, the commanded, then actual green, green, green. Well, my top 2 were in red. I'm like, it's commanding 25, but I'm only hitting 18. Do we got a pump? Do we got a rail? We put a rail in a DCR and haven't seen them back.
He won't be back
It won't be back.
unless he gets bad fuel and destroys the rail.
Okay. This is probably like the 5th time I've gotten asked about it once here on the live stream. Gene Miller's got a question. Hey, Rod, did you reach out to Dave's Auto on the internet? The guy with the distinguished white hair. He's talking about the startup issue that he was seeing with the 6.7s, and it's like 8 seconds for that oil to get up to the top of the turbo. Yes, I saw it. I commented. I'm waiting to see if he wants to come on here and talk about it. I'm not asking him
My,
for his idea for him to tell us. Just this is an important discovery, and by
I mean,
golly, if
my question is, if it's such a big problem, 7.3 had a long oiled pickup and a
mm-hmm,
huge oil cooler.
mm-hmm.
6.0 has a long oil pickup and a long ways to go to get to the oil cooler.
Think about the oil
6.4,
cooler reservoir.
yeah, and the 6.4, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
3 liter, same thing. But apparently it's only a problem on the 6.7. I think we're fishing for something that doesn't need fish for, but that's just my opinion.
I'd like to talk to him. I mean, you guys are all asking me. You guys obviously watched the video and you're seeing it crank over, and he's timing it. It's like 1, 2, 3, and he's still no oil. 5, still no oil. 6, 8, boom. Now there's oils. Holy cripes! What happens when that's cold and that oil's like and it ain't moving? That thing's gonna be like 15 seconds. That's gonna be crazy.
I mean, the 3 liters are pretty common to see 4, 5, 6 seconds before they get oil, and you can hear them. They knock.
Thanks, damn it, boy. I can smell all that, but it doesn't bother me. Dude's in Utah. Yep, I saw that. I like the way he talked. He seemed, very knowledgeable with the stuff he had going on in the shop and his team that was working with him. But I think it's definitely something to be talked about, especially with this community and the 6-7 base. Um, and interestingly enough, talking about the 23s, like I don't know if I'd waste my money on a 23. Keep your money, buy something that's used. And a lot of these guys are saying that they're dumping the diesel and going for the gasser because the diesel's got all these sensors and absolutely they do. I got a gasser. I have multiple vehicles that are 20 plus years old. I kind of like those vehicles a lot. Um, but I'm not going to have a diesel and get rid of it to get a gasser. Any reason to have a diesel is you have this channel in your back pocket for coolant leaks, oil leaks, check engine lights, batteries, you name it. You should have no issue with having a diesel truck. And now that we're talking about scan tools and stuff, having 4scan is probably the number one thing to have to be able to communicate with the truck. And not only for that, for us to remote in, but um, um, I hate the way diesel smells and I hate the way when I get it on me, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not gonna get a gasser. Once you go diesel, I'm not. I don't find myself going to the pump and like, oh my God, I'm accidentally gonna put gasoline in my diesel truck. That's a no-no. It only drinks diesel. Ah.
I mean, if I
But
could get rid of the Mariner and get another diesel, I would.
I'm supposed to be getting this 6.0. I'm excited about that. Going back to what I know, 6.0, grew up on the 6.0, made a good living on a 6.0, got a herniated disc on a 6.0, had ups and downs with 6.0s, but hey, I'll go back to it. I have 4scan and the interface. Cetane booster, yep, that's a must. I got a 22 F350 with a 6.7, okay, and a 96 F250 with a 7.3. Love them. And previously owned a 6.0. Okay.
One of the guys that I helped, he has 4scan on his ASRock handheld computer. It's like a little gaming computer, and he's
Oh,
got
no kidding.
4scan on it.
What?
Like, no.
I'm going back to a diesel. 22 F-150 will be leaving for a 24 F-250 HO. I wish you all the best.
I wish I could get rid of the Mariner and get like a 21 F-150 diesel. Be happy with that. But Erica
You know-
doesn't want a truck.
I could see her on a truck. Crew
I could see
cab.
her driving an F-150. She drove an
yeah.
85.
Hold on. Hummer. Oh.
I mean, I'd do a Tahoe with a 3-liter in it.
We haven't in quite some time. I forgot. Why don't we do a gas? Why don't we do a fuel check-in? All 152 of you, come to the comment section, hit that like, and why don't you tell me what fuel is around you in your neck of the woods? Right here, it's about 424. I think Cody, he filled up, said it was 378 in Florida.
Yep.
So what do we? Oh, 378. He just typed it. Yep. What else we got?
I don't look, I swipe. I scan this freaking pump and let it go.
Vader, I do believe that's true. I think I've heard that before. Cybertruck? No. Nobody wants a Cybertruck. I am a Cybertruck.
I just
I think
don't
we're
find
rolling with that Cybertruck business.
Adrenocide, don't be talking here in this liter colas. I want a large Farva. Nobody's in Manitoba. Nobody wants to listen to you eat your well, actually I want some poutine. And I do got some barks downstairs. You want me to go get a barks? You want me to go get a barks? Yeah, you want me to get a barks.
You know, I'm almost getting used to the liters and the kilopascals and the kilometers and all that.
I don't know who
Having to do-
kilopascal is, but I don't like them.
I'm almost getting
338.
used to it.
Oh,
I'm looking at all the fuel prices and I'm thinking, you know what? It's very unfortunate that it's not $1.85. You guys remember that?
yeah.
Yeah,
Remember fuel was like $1.85 a gallon
I remember
I
getting
mean-
gas for $1.
a couple
I
years
don't even
ago.
look at the prices anymore because it's just like, whatever, I'm gonna burn it anyways. Unless I walk, does it really matter?
You can ride your e-bike, save the environment.
I'm not. No.
Hey,
No.
do you think they're gonna put
China
like
duck.
emissions on e-bikes?
No.
Like you gotta wear like a carbon filter mask on your e-bike so you don't pollute while you're
Oh, poor guy. He's gonna have to he's gotta have that molded fart channel so when he toots on his bike he's got that
Bro.
that slipstream can evacuate. He doesn't have to
Like
worry
a
about surrounding.
power boost. It's like a power
Yeah.
boost, like extra thrust.
Yeah, kind of like a fart
Funny
spoiler.
when people wear those spandex suits on bicycles. I look at them and go, "Why?"
Well, hang on. We gotta do. Does anybody in the chat wear the spandexes on the bicycles? I want to find
I
out
hope
before we
not.
go down this road. Like, I gotta wonder, like, what the spandex people, what happens in their head when they wake up that morning? They're like, I'm gonna get dressed in like a leather bodysuit and get on and plank a bicycle through 60-mile-an-hour traffic on a 2-lane road because that's a good idea during rush hour. Like, what are you guys thinking? I want to know. I really
I
want.
think people that ride bicycles on roads are just out of their mind, especially in Florida.
Roadies.
And I don't want to
Oh.
hear it. Well, you got to share the road, and because we can. No, that's a bad idea. You're gonna get run over. It happens all the time because cars and bicycles are not friends. They're just not.
Tour
Tour
de
de France
France
wannabes.
wannabes.
They couldn't afford the F1 tickets. Another bicyclist.
Ugh.
Like I see these signs where they're like caution bicycle people, and I'm like, tell the bicycle people that they're in car land. This is the road for the cars.
Car.
I mean, if your e-bike does
You are
55,
a
you could probably get away with it.
Well, then you should be aware of the risks. That's all I'm saying.
I definitely though wouldn't ride like the
Territory.
a bicycle weighs like 50 pounds. An e-bike. There's no way. Nope.
Wait, Zeekster just drops this on me. He says, damn, I'm 73. Diesel was 18 cents in 1968. What the?
Yeah, but in 1968, you also didn't make this much money.
But that diesel was also like heating oil.
In
Like
1968, the goal of the refining process was to manufacture gasoline, and diesel was a lesser refined version of the crude, so it was kind of a byproduct. It was a
Full
waste.
strength.
So they
it was
didn't
full strength diesel.
price it accordingly.
That's that Marlboro Red and uh Budweiser High Def. Michael Lambie, question. Recently, some of the YouTubers have been lifting Super Duties 6 and 8-inch with big wheels. How have you seen this trend affect performance, function, and features of the truck? Well, in the beginning, I said for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when your wheel bearings only last like 6 months, you can put another set of wheel bearings and have them last for 6 months and keep that trend going for the life of the vehicle. I'm not assuming that your 42-inch super swampers are going to be getting the most fuel efficient. So when you're getting 9 miles a gallon, I don't want you here on blast on Facebook. Oh, I hate this Ford truck. Well, I mean, to be
I
expected.
can
What are you going to get? So
I can give an example of the lift and the big tires.
I'm
My
thinking of
neighbor
one. Oh, never mind.
my neighbor had one and he was going through wheel bearings every week because the offset was wrong.
Ah,
Put stock
But
tires on it, guess what happened? Fixed
I
it.
don't
doing
get
that.
the whole thing. They do that and put the skinny wheels on it, like the tires that have like, oh, nope.
Any known issues with the SNS DCP, the DCR pump? No, they are 100% legit and good to go. They've been in the industry, in the agro world for quite some time, and they just adapted pretty much the guts of that pump into a body that would fit the 6.7. So it's been going through crappy fuel on farms and wherever they're getting fuel, not at fuel stations for quite some time. So, yes, the DCR is no joke, 100% good to go. Check out SNS's video if you're want some more food for thought. They had a truck come in with rusted fuel system, and that DCR was still eating it and running.
Once you watch that one, then go watch DCR versus the world.
Yeah.
So you don't go buy a CPX.
Rubber band tires and huge wheels, not a fan. Great for shows. Yeah. Yeah. Check this out for these Mississippi guys. I thought this was kind of cool. I got this as a gift from one of the viewers out there, from a Vegas guy. Check this out. Is that cool? I don't know who PTT was in 1994, but whoever's in Mississippi and knows PTT, tell him I said what up, because it ain't me. I thought that was cool. If you guys find any cool PTT plates, obviously there's probably not a lot, but taking personalized plates and brake clean, and brake clean.
And more brake clean.
DCR. We installed a DCR on my 11 and the injectors went bad. DCR is still running good. And the injectors went bad. I think we need more of a story, buddy. I have a 22 F350. Anything I can do to make the truck any louder?
About all you can do is throw that Banks intake on it.
Yeah, the Banks air filter is probably going to be your most noticeable intakey.
And something that's coming up soon.
Yeah, that's not really gonna
Something that you're gonna install real soon. That might make some more loudness.
yeah,
Speakers.
DCR. Anybody else chew on lead as a kid? Huh?
I mean, I probably ate some lead paint. We lived in a 110-year-old farmhouse.
Chomp down with my teeth as a kid, kept them on the line. That's funny. Love my DCR. Yep, yep. Any update on the PTT Swag? Yes. Um, Friday. 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 I'll have stuff on the website. I don't think Chris, did he send me the link? We'll have a link. I'm gonna put it in the community post, and
Yeah, find it.
um, we have various items. We have our stickers, our screwdrivers, cups, mugs, hats, sweatshirts, all that stuff. We're gonna have it all almost ready to go. We got some coming soon stuff. Edron aside, I bet you are. I bet you is. Um, and and that's it. I want you to draw a picture of me wearing this and only this.
Only this.
Here's your 5 cents. Bink.
Vader
Here's your 2
409.
shillings. Bink.
You can change the sound of the 6.7. Trust me. You can turn off pilot injection and it'll sound just like your 6.0 tractor engine.
I like. Hope you all have a fantastic holiday. We have some installable giveaways. One I've already picked. We're going to be installing a Putco rear Ford emblem that lights up, and I have some other Putco accessories. I'm looking for an Illuma-Duty. You got to be local. Can't do the same dude. It's going to be a different truck. A different look. Somebody may want this different than the other guy. So stay tuned to the channel. That's going to be quite exciting. And there was one other thing here. I don't think we're going to talk about that yet. We are still working on that. PTT merch here, right?
I didn't your store's link would not open, so I didn't get
Oh,
the next / but if you go to that link that goes to the page store and then you see A-Rod's PTT logo
there
right
you
there.
go.
Nice beard looking too, by the way. I'm liking the beard and the sunglasses. Mint.
Yeah, that link right there. See Ray just posted that. We're excited for that. Uh, um, I feel like there was something else I was going to talk to you guys about. We already talked about Arch Oil. Dude, who I just turned on to it, he's been running it for a few weeks, and he said he actually had to turn his pedal monster down because he says that his 6.7 is more responsive and is running more crisper. Is it a placebo or is it really doing something? I think it's really doing something. I'm noticing, I would say 1.1 miles a gallon difference using the winter additive. I'm definitely turned from hot shots. Use our code PTT. Thanks for the link. That was my complaint. Oh, too quiet. Use old 7360 tracker. Yeah. Um, Apocalypse Man? No. That's more like that's more like a Colorado.
Escalade?
Cadillac Escalado. It's an
It's
Escalade.
a
It's an Escalado.
Escarado. That's it.
We just call him Escalado for short. All right, everybody. We appreciate you for hanging out. Cliff's got me hungry looking at that bird. We're about to devour that tomorrow. Hope you guys got your haircuts. Hope you guys got your beard trims. If not, come and see me. I'm going to be doing mine tomorrow. If you guys need any
I've
help
won
with your
fun.
trucks,
I've won fun.
I do.
I do. I do.
Cody wants a haircut. Cody needs a
I
haircut.
need a haircut.
I do. Everybody, have a good one. Any PT code for Arch Oil? Yes, the code is PTT. And if you guys need anything, reach out. We will see you on Friday. Hope you have a good day and good night.